think we're gonna have a new Mr. Olympia, and that's gonna be
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. Nick Walker in a different light with a good pump gives you guys an idea of what a freak of nature this guy really is and why we call him the mutant. And that side chest is one of his best shots, one of his strongest shots. Even last year Nick Walker was beating many of the top guys in that first call out in this side chest pose. So we can only expect him to be even better than previous year. And honestly, the biggest criticism and the only criticism on Nick Walker is the lack of quad sweep in the front shots, and that too compared to the other top guys. So even with his genetic limitations, he has been able to do really well so far. Now here is where this gets tricky. He is fighting multiple guys now who are all structurally so superior than him, and even though his shape has also improved so much, from when he made his bodybuilding debut back at Chicago Pro 2020, to this year's Arnold Classic. But still, he is not going to be able to outclass these guys like Samson Dauda and Andrew Jacked and Derek Lunsford in terms of shape. But in terms of muscularity, he can stand next to anyone, and he can definitely beat them in that aspect. This year's Olympia is gonna be so crucial for Nick Walker. He obviously believes that he is gonna win this whole thing. And we know conditioning wise he is one of the best out there. But here's the thing. If some of these aesthetically more pleasing guys, they also match him in the conditioning department, then he might lie down in placings. But matching Nick Walker or Hadi Chopin in the conditioning department, that isn't easy for anyone. And we all know Nick has a great record of nailing his peak 100% on the show day. So counting him out will be a big mistake. Derek Lunsford's latest pictures are nothing but insanity. I clearly remember him mentioning after the Olympia last year that he is gonna focus on his chest, delts, and his quads during the off-season, because that was the main criticism given to him by the judges. But he also said that he is gonna try to create more of a gap between him and the other competitors in his strong shots, which is his back. So improving his back has also been his focus, and from the looks of it, he has done a pretty damn good job. That is 5 weeks out, and his back looks mind-blowing. So Ronnie Coleman in an interview picked Derek Lunsford as the next Mr. Olympia.
I think we're gonna have a new Mr. Olympia, and that's gonna be Derek Lunsford.
In fact, he picked two guys, Derek Lunsford and Samson Dauda. So it is gonna be a great battle for sure this year.
But you never know, because this guy named Samson, who won the Arnold Classic, is getting big. So never know when you have an upset, like.
So this is Derek's only first year in which he did not restrict his growth and he really blew up. His back double bicep is going to be considered a legendary pose, not only in this era, but across any era of the bodybuilding in a few years. There seems to be a change in the mindset of James Hollingshead after he decided to skip this year and do the Arnold Classic 2024. And what I mean by that is he has a winner's mindset now. He is being coached by Milos this time, and Milos posted an update of him at 305 pounds. And it is so crazy that he has this much detail on his physique at such a high body weight. Now all of us bodybuilding fans will love to see him hold all his freak factor when he dives down for a show, because that is exactly what he needs. Just come in and outmuscle that shit out of everyone. Because to thrive in this era of bodybuilding, you have to stand out. And yes, I know his structure isn't the best, but Branch Warren did not have the best structure either. He competed against the likes of Dennis Wolf and Dexter Jackson, and many others who were so far ahead of him in terms of aesthetics and shape. And still, he was able to beat those guys multiple times. So Branch is a perfect example for James to keep believing in himself. I'm not gonna say he should train harder, because we all know that this guy might be the most hardcore trainer in the entire bodybuilding right now. Tonio Burton posted another update today. Talk about having a great structure for bodybuilding. Tonio is your man. I know the first thought that comes to mind when you look at his physique and when you analyze his pictures is that he isn't heavily muscled, and he will be outmuscled by a lot of the guys on a big stage like the Olympia. And that is 100% true. Imagine putting him next to Michael Crizzle. The size difference would be crazy. And you have got to keep in mind that Tonio is still trying to grow in the men's open. Because, for those of you guys who do not know, he was a 212 competitor up until 2021. And I have to say, on his day, he can beat guys who are bigger than him. For instance, last year he did beat Justin Rodriguez at the Legion Sports. And this year at the New York Pro he was able to beat Beef Stew, and he also beat Sergio Oliva Jr. So he is coming to the Olympia with the expectations of cracking top 10. So let's see how that goes for him. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.